Thank you for watching Why I Killed You TV. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Not only this particular YouTube channel, but this particular video as well. Now let's talk about this case. It's the case of two missing kids from Nova Scotia, Canada. Right away, something feels strange about it. When you watch the parents talk on the news, something is just a little off. The kids are really young, just 4 and 6 years old, and they disappeared without a trace. A lot of people online are pointing fingers at the parents. That's pretty common in true crime cases. Anytime parents go on camera, people say things like, "This feels like the Chris Watts case." And yeah, it feels like it again. To me, the stepdad doesn't act like Chris Watts, but he does remind me a little of the Orrin and Orson West case. That case was about two brothers who went missing. It was very sad as well. So let's break it down. Let's talk about everything we know about this particular case thus far. On the morning of May the 2nd, 2025, police of Nova Scotia got a call about two missing kids. Their names are Lily Sullivan, age 6, and Jack Sullivan, age 4. News about the missing kids spread really fast, not just in Canada, but all over the United States as well. The kids live with their mom, Malaya, and their stepdad, Daniel, and their baby sister, who was only 1 year old at the time. Lily was in elementary school, and Jack was in preschool, but both stayed home from school on Tuesday and then again on Friday because Lily had a cough. Their parents say both kids were sick. The story is that the kids disappeared roughly about 10 a.m. on Friday. I've seen different versions of what the parents were doing at the time of their disappearance, but in both stories the parents were either in the bedroom with the baby. Malaya and Lily came in the room a few times. They also heard Jack in the kitchen, but they never actually saw him. One story says that the parents were awake. Another said they were still awake, but couldn't hear the kids playing in the background. Malaya says she fell back asleep for a short time. When she woke up, she didn't hear the kids anymore. That's when she got scared. Both parents said that they didn't see Jack at all that morning. So they described what he was wearing. It was actually his pajamas from the night before. They thought the kids were just playing and keeping busy while they stayed in the bedroom, but at some point the house went totally quiet. If you're a parent, you know silence is not always a good thing. They started looking for the kids inside the house. They called out their names. They looked outside, but the kids were gone. Malaya and Daniel guessed the kids had gone outside to play. They didn't hear them leave, but they think the kids used the back sliding door. That door opens quietly. This is what Malaya and Daniel said about the back door. Malaya said they usually go outside with the kids, but they hadn't told Lily nor Jack not to go out alone. That's a little confusing, but this is what she said. She said when the house got quiet, she asked Daniel, "Do you hear the kids?" And he said no. They both got up, looked around, and could not find them. Malaya called 911 right away. Daniel said he ran outside and started looking in the woods, on the road, everywhere, but Lily and Jack were gone. No signs of them anywhere. Because the kids were so young, everyone started to panic. The neighborhood and the community got involved very quickly, but police said something important. They didn't think the kids were taken. They believed that Jack and Lily had wandered off on their own. It's possible, but it's also strange. How far can a 4 and a 6-year-old really get on foot? Malaya said she called 911 as soon as she noticed they were missing. Daniel was searching at the same time. If that's true, how could the kids get so far in just a few minutes? Police searched the house in the nearby woods. They hoped the kids were close by and just lost, but they didn't find anything. That's when they knew things were serious. The woods near the house are thick, wet, and hard to walk through. The weather was also bad, which made the search even harder. Still, many people joined the search. Police officers, search dogs, helicopters, drones, and rescue teams. So many people helped, but even with all the help, no one could find the kids. On May the 3rd, the search team found something that looked like a small footprint. They searched more into that spot, but found nothing else. Later, they found a blanket, a water bottle, and some shirts, but Daniel said none of those belonged to Lily nor Jack. Because police said it didn't look like an abduction, they didn't send out an Amber Alert. Instead, they sent out a vulnerable person alert the next day. Malaya and Daniel were upset about that. They wanted an Amber Alert. They said many people didn't even know that the kids were missing, and an Amber Alert might have gotten more people involved. There was also rumors online that both kids are autistic and nonverbal. Malaya said that they are on the autistic spectrum, but they are both very talkative, and she said they talk to everyone, even strangers in the grocery store. That's why she thinks someone could have taken them without force. The kids might have followed someone without being scared. Now, people online are asking a lot of questions like, wouldn't you hear a car pull up? Or wouldn't you hear someone's voice outside? And why weren't the kids not told to go with strangers? These are some fair questions, and we don't have the answers. And we shouldn't be too quick to blame the parents until we know all of the facts. We also found out that Malaya left the area the day after the kids went missing. She went to stay with family. Daniel stayed at the house and did interviews with the news. Some people think that her behavior was very strange by leaving. Others say that she might have been overwhelmed. We don't know for sure. Daniel has been asking for a lie detector test. He says people are blaming him, and he wants to prove he had nothing to do with it. He also thinks the kids have been taken and are no longer in Nova Scotia. Then on May the 7th, police said that they were scaling back the search. After so many days in the woods, they now believe that Lily and Jack might not be alive anymore. That's so heartbreaking. The search is still happening, but now it's more like finding their bodies than rescuing them. The police still want to know what really happened. Even though we don't have all the answers, people are starting to come up with their own theories. Some people say that both parents know more than what they're saying. Others think that one parent knows more than the other. Daniel does more interviews than Malaya. Some find that very suspicious as well. Others say it's just a way of dealing with stress. Some people think that this case is just like the Summer Wells case, and others say that it's more like the Orrin and Orison West case. 2 kids gone together, no solid answers. It's also strange that the major crimes team has been involved since day one. That can mean that the police are still unsure what really happened. If the kids just got lost or something else really happened.
Based on the experts and the review of the facts, the inclement weather, the time frames, and their age, the likelihood that they're alive right now is very low.
We're transitioning from a full-scale search to searches of more specific spaces that have already been searched by our teams. We want to circle back to increase the probability that all clues have been found. And when transitioning from an active search to a scaled-back search, the probability of survival is taken into consideration. I want to assure you that our missing persons investigation continues. We're not packing up, and we're not giving up.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.